bringing you Dynasty Warriors 9. The road. He's firing up. I think he's getting ready for war. Okay. Arm bound, leg plate. Wow. Incredible. Smash them apart. So it looks like Dynasty Warriors 9's bringing the goods. Going to have to choose a story. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5 different factions. The Wu, Shu, and We. I think I'll just start off as the hard choice. I think I'll start off as the Shu. I don't mind Liu Bei, as well as a couple of his other ones like Guan Yu. So, with Liu Bei, I think his name is Liu Bei.
I must realize my ambition to serve the people.
So just starting off from the very beginning of Dynasty Warriors 9 here. Been a huge fan of Dynasty Warriors over the years. So, I thought I'd share this one with you all, so that way you can actually check it out. So we're just going to skip the tutorial. Pretty excited about the release of this particular title. I haven't had a whole lot of time over the last couple of days to check it out, so just slamming it in. It's going to be a bloodbath out here. I actually got through Dynasty Warriors 8 and unlocked all of the characters.
During the end of the later Han, the land was in chaos due to the power struggles that had erupted within the Imperial Court. In addition, repeated natural disasters and poor harvests had aggravated the suffering of the people. In this period of turmoil, a man by the name of Zhang Jiao appeared. He began to teach the way of peace in Ji province and brought help to the common people, winning their hearts almost immediately. Then, in the year 184, he rises up in revolt against the Imperial Court. His yellow turbans rose up in every district across the land. History would later refer to this as the Yellow Turban Rebellion. The Imperial Court unsuccessfully tries to suppress them, but is defeated. The fate of the 400-year-old Han Dynasty is about to be decided.
So just having a couple of beers here. It's late night. Definitely over 18. I'm allowed to have a couple of beers. Okay, so I didn't do the tutorial, so...
There are fewer and fewer people these days who come to buy my straw wares from other villages. The turmoil of war is affecting business terribly. It's hard for those of us who live day to day to have any security in our lives.
Liu Bei. He claimed to be an heir of Liu Sheng, the prince of Jiansheng, and descendant of the Western Han Empire.
Looks a little bit like me.
Despite his concern for the plight of the common people, he had little power to save them.
Liu Bei's one of my
Instead,
role models.
he was forced to weave baskets in his home of Lusang village. doing what he could to make a living.
But I cannot afford to waste time bemoaning my fate. I'd better go and see what I can sell to others in the village.
What's all this commotion about?
So these are the boys. Got our little
The
tribe
governor
of
is calling for volunteers to
Smashers
fight
here.
against the Yellow Turbans, or whatever
It's
those
one of the few
ruffians are calling
games
themselves.
we
They're on
won
their way
against
here.
1,000.
Huh. That's kind of frightening.
So looking forward to see how
The Yellow
Libby's
Turban menace is now threatening even this
swords cut
village.
through the yellow turban here.
Volunteer
interesting.
troops. Those who would protect the people from the chaos of war. I wonder if they would accept me as one of their number.
Terrible news! The Yellow Turbans are here! They're just outside the village!
Oh, what can we do? There's no time to call for help.
Everyone remain calm. All we can do now is fight to protect the village. The Yellow Turbans will not expect us to fight back. We have the element of surprise on our side. It will give us the opportunity.
We don't stand a chance against them. We'll just...
Why did they have to come to our village?
Okay, so they've come to our village.
Your attitude.
And we're gonna have to
I was just thinking I'd like.
get our
I've not
hands
seen either of
dirty
you.
and go and annihilate a few yellow turban. So this should be interesting. See how I remember the buttons from the last one. It appears I've got to advance the story by completing your objectives, which are called missions. Your destination or attack target will be indicated with a marker. In addition, you can also check information about missions from the mission request screen, okay? So, it's good to know, I guess. It's going to give me a little tutorial here anyway, so as you approach enemies, your weapon will be ready to automatically attack by pressing either square or triangle, jump by pressing X. When the missile gauge, yellow in the lower left screen, is full, press circle to release a special technique known as a missile attack. In addition, you can fix your viewpoint on an enemy officer by pressing R3.
The Yellow Turbans.
Okay, that's good to
bring
know.
nothing but
So-
violence and fear. Help and protect
I
the
still
peace of
remember a
the
few
village from
combos
their own
from the old games, so
I thank you for your cooperation.
pretty
My
epic.
name is Liu Bei.
Looks like we've actually
I'm
turned
delighted to
these
have two
yellow
such fine warriors join our cause.
turban.
I am known as
I'm
one.
just going to go ahead and do a couple of things quickly here in the options. Okay, so here's the mission request screen here. Okay, so here we've got to defeat Zhu Kong. Belongings, favorite weapons, so that's where we equip those. At the moment we've got the splendid swords on. Just gonna go down here to the town. Just quickly get rid of a little bit of that. Gets a little bit
I
monotonous in the
believe our
background.
meeting here is some kind of
So I think that'll make it a better
See
game.
more of the vote.
And now it's gonna be an absolute splashback.
Name's Zheng Fei. Pretty handy in a brawl, if I do say so
I see we've
myself.
added in a few new button combinations since Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends and the Tragedy of the Three Kingdoms. The stamina gauge depletes whenever you perform an evade, a dash, or a wall jump. But when you sprint, your stamina has been depleted, you won't be able to perform such actions, but your stamina gauge will gradually be restored as time passes. When riding a horse, you collide with an enemy while sprinting, your stamina will deplete and you will lose your stamina. Okay, so great to know.
Sea belongs to us.
It's time to fend off some more yellow turban. got an assault captain here. R1 to target him. I'm trying to remember a few of the buttons here. Getting a little bit involved. This assault captain will be next to die.
You really want to get in the way of the yellow
So it appears that
turbans?
the officers
In that case,
drop things.
you'll have to deal with my quick feet and my strong
Picked up some
arms.
vitality powder out of that particular enemy officer. Okay, so trigger attacks, R1 plus. The buttons are attacks in which you can send enemies flying into the air. Okay, so that sounds quite good. Okay, excellent. Okay, so the elite trigger attacks perform the ones that's requested for me, so quite cool. Flow attacks, the combo attacks, that change depending on an enemy's state. Press square after performing one of these attacks to chain together combo attacks. In addition, by combining these with trigger attacks, a variety of combo attacks can be performed, so that's great to know. So it looks like it wants me to do a launch and then continue with the combo, so now I'm glad it's taught me these essentials, even though I didn't choose to do the tutorial. Quite kind of it. Reactive attacks are strong attacks that allow you to perform effective techniques according to the situation. For example, you can counter an enemy that has attacked you, break an enemy's guard with a guard break, or perform various other attacks based on your situation. Okay, so it looks like it's triangle to counter an enemy's attack. I need to wait until they attack and then hit them back. Special attacks are powerful attacks. You are invincible while executing a special attack, and elemental attributes are added to the attacks. Note that after executing a special attack, you'll have to wait for a certain period of time before executing another. Okay, so let's try the special attack. Oh, that is awesome. That toasted that officer. I'd say that killed that officer.
I've got to get out of here.
This is some sort of waypoint over here.
This victory was made possible due to your efforts.
So it appears we have gems and a few other scrolls and bits and pieces that allow it to be crafted, essentially the Thunder Gems. So that's pretty cool. In order to craft items and weapons, you will need the materials that are written on scrolls. First, acquire scrolls by completing missions and other tasks. Then complete all of the various materials that are written on the scrolls, and head to the facility that is appropriate for the type of item you would like to craft. Okay, so
All is well, everyone. We have dispatched the evil
looks like
yellow
we've got a little bit of
turbans.
crafting to be done in this particular title.
What would be the point in lying?
Yes.
What? That hat seller Liu Bei? He was the...
Thank you.
Okay, so
No,
they don't realize the power of Liu
I only
Bei
did what any
at
one
this
of you
point
would
in
have done.
time.
I cannot accept payment. The greatest joy I could know.
You hear that, Zhang Fei? In this age of chaos, a time of selfishness and vanity, there's one man who thinks of the happiness of the people above all else.
I've seen a lot of different
So
people in a
Liu Bei
lot of different
makes some sick
places,
hats.
but I've never seen anyone like him.
Okay, I think that's
What's
why I
more,
must like
he's got the courage
the
and
word.
the skill to back it up.
the Shu.
Yes, he is no ordinary man.
Yeah, I got a feeling we've met someone special here today.
The special little hats are looking amazing.
You both saw the sign recruiting troops, I take it.
I
So
do
just
not.
skipping through this.
I see.
We each had.
Sounds good to...
If you guys really want to know what's in that, you can pause it and read it.
Then we should head for...
Quickly reading all of that, by the way. So, just turning on to the
Really?
next
So
war
you...
here.
I knew there
We'll
was
see what the
something
boys
special.
think we
I'm
should
only
attack.
very distantly.
So...
Perhaps.
So... I cannot...
Yeah.
I have a...
So,
Hey,
the
that sounds
boys,
great.
I think we should go to
Sworn
war
brothers.
Indeed.
as sworn brothers and protect each other.
What?
So, that's quite cool.
Now that that's settled, we should find a more suitable place to swear our oath. Do you know of anywhere more appropriate?
How about the peach garden in the village? At this time of year, the flowers are in bloom, and it is a magnificent sight.
Okay, so off to the peach garden, so that we can all become sworn brothers here. And Guan Yu, okay, part of the Shu.
But it's strange, isn't it? We just met, and now we're exchanging oaths of brotherhood.
Some things in life are just about a meeting of hearts. Some people might call it fate. Some would call it a bond between people. Isn't that so, Zhang Fei of Yan?
Call
So
me
it's quite
Faye.
beautiful with the cherry
We're gonna be
blossoms.
brothers. So let's not be so formal. Huh, brother?
One of the other reasons I like
You know
this
what?
game, it's very relaxing
I
and
think
tranquil.
he has a point.
I think you'll
Well
agree with
then.
me on that.
Let's have a drink.
Okay, so I'll have a drink with the boys.
We three are brothers bound by righteous purpose, though born at different times.
We ask to die. The same year, in the same month, on the same day.
We go forward with compassion for all.
Yeah!
Yep, cheers to that, boys. Okay, so cheers to going forward with compassion and strength and all. Okay, so it's time to repel some yellow turbans. We can't have them invading the peach trees, that's for sure. So it looks like in this particular battle I spawn in a free world. So I'll just be able to scroll around. Potentially the free world, and I've actually unlocked Guan Yu, one of my favourite characters in most of the Dynasty Warriors. Short of a particular character called Lu Bu, who I should be able to unlock later on. So I hope you're all enjoying the broadcast here. It is live. Be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, it looks like something over here on the wall. It's a little orange scroll. It's actually a blacksmith, so
Hey, get on in here.
buy and sell weapons, gems, and accessories at blacksmiths. Equip weapons from officer info on the pause screen. If you have scrolls and materials, you can also have weapons created with crafts. So let's see what he can actually sell. So he has some splendid swords, but because we've just started the game, we can't actually afford the splendid swords as such. So it would appear I've got a few weapons anyway, so that's
Come
not
again.
really much of a difference at all. Okay, I'm not sure why he wants to still talk to me. But what I think I actually need to do essentially is go out and start a war with the yellow turbans. So just looking around for a horse here. Not sure if I actually have a horse yet. Maybe that's what I need to actually have a look at.
Hey, get on in here.
Okay, I think I'll keep that thunder gem for later.
Come again!
I think I can actually switch to Guan Yu. But I'm quite happy as Blue Bee at the moment, so I'm just going to go ahead over to the yellow swords and the little red dot on my screen and my radar up there in the top right of the corner. Okay, as soon as I talk to this guy here, I forgot to talk to.
I bought straw sandals made by Lord Liu Bei,
well,
just by chance.
I think he might be a
I can
serious
walk
hat
fast,
fan. So.
work fast, run from bandits fast. Lord Liu Bei is amazing making such shoes. I'm completely his fan now. I'm sticking with Lord Liu Bei forever.
Stylish
I felt destiny in those straw.
private in the gang now. With the private over there. So, welcome to the gang. He'd be a subscriber if he was on the channel, so make sure you subscribe for all of the latest updates as I bring them. I'll be actually unlocking all of my other games that I've been playing, as well as this one. So, I'll actually be shooting arrows at the enemies here. Just to start up a little war, I guess. So I worked out how to call my horse. Okay, I just worked out what button to do. Fire. Change arrow type. May need a separate arrow type for that. So it looks like it's time to get my swords out in a minute. And attack. Just knocking that one out of the way. Quite a nice volley of attacks. Very impressed. Find the base captain over here. We'll just go ahead and annihilate this one. So, full free world, open environment to explore.
The enemy is weakened with every area we take.
So we've taken this particular area with our army, and we'd like to see what this white square is over here that the army has protected. So I'm not sure what that could be. So we'll go over here and investigate that. It's near a new location. It has a triangle on it there, that particular rock. Okay, so by touching these waymarks, I can see the whole map, okay? So let's go over and touch the waymark, or the map for the area as such. I guess there's a map in each area, so I will be exploring each of these and leveling up to the max on this particular battle. Just taking a bit of a look at the map, I think I might have worked out where our next attack's going to come from. So I'm going to do a couple of attacks on this particular broadcast, and then I'm going to go ahead and attack the yellow turban over here. So I see that there's the orange blacksmith there. Now I did work out how to call my horse, so I'm just going to go ahead and call my horse out, so I can explore the terrain a little bit easier here. Come back here, horse. Okay, so there's a little bit of crafting in this game, so it looks like materials and so on. Okay, so there's some material around me that I should be perhaps collecting. I'm just going to go ahead and collect my first material as well. Just working out how to actually jump off my horse. Okay, so here's our first herb. Simply by running over that herb when we picked it up. So I might actually just move around and grab a couple of these herbs. Okay, Libby likes these herbs. He told me they put hair on his nuts. So we're just going to go ahead and grab a few of those. Okay, now just pulling out my map here, I can clearly see that there's some serious ULTIAIR turbine activity straight up this road here. So by turbine activity I mean the yellow turbine enemy. Oh, we're back on. Okay, so there's quite a major war already being fought over the free roam map. All I can say is I hope my guys are actually winning as I ride this way to protect the southwest of the base from this big yellow sword-like thing that's approaching down here. So quite happy I can just ride over these minerals to pick them up now. Gonna go ahead and hit auto run. Trying to go in the other direction, but I'm gonna go down here and begin the assault on the level 5 assault captains here. So this is quite within my range, I think. I'm already level 6 out here, so good luck to them. So just smashing down a few herbs out here. And let me see if I can remember a few of the combos I know. Oh yeah, I've really sorted that assault captain out. Stabbing them to death over here. Absolute bloodbath essentially. With upgrade, you can use your upgrade points to raise the abilities of officers. You can freely distribute the points to the abilities you want to upgrade. Note that you will receive upgrade points when you level up. Okay, so looks like I can actually upgrade an officer if I want, and I get a choice of which particular upgrade I'd like to do. So I'm thinking that is damage, and that's probably health, so I'll do a little bit on health. Health's always handy in these particular titles, and we'll add a little bit on damage too, so... Oh, Masur actually. Masur's perfect, so it's good to have a great Masur attack. So my Masur attack all built up, speaking of Masur attacks, I'm gonna go ahead and use it on Liu Yi, and just mop him up.
I will fight to the end.
Okay, so that was just sick. So Liu Yi is no more, and my Masur has annihilated them. Yeah, so just chopping down the last of them to completely capture the base. I hope you all enjoyed this particular stream. There will be an episode 2 coming up shortly that goes for much longer, so I hope you enjoy it. This is your man, Master ULTIAIR Gaming, signing out for the night. I hope you have a great one, guys and girls.